What did you give him before he came? I would like some.
It's really tight.
Boys will drop about 3 up. Incredible.
One of my best words.
Yeah, put down here next to Carl.
Oh, fuck off, would you?
Oh, it's going to be
Before
one
they
of those
go
ones.
where Colonel Gearing has never gone before.
In the year 1984, off the last of his deep space program. Bug said, ow!
He's killed Joe right at his head.
Did you get that, Janet? Did you get a lot of them?
Yeah.
That has to be on the website tonight.
What meds is he on? Because I could use some of that.
We're selling it after the show.
Yes.
We're taking
Where's the
miles
belly?
of his sweat now.
All right, gentlemen, it is 7 o'clock. We have a full room and we're going to get started right now. How's everybody doing? Are you having a good time so far? Yeah, I'm not convinced. Are you having a good time so far? That is awesome. If you are here at Dragon Con for your very first time, raise your hand and make some noise. If you are returning to Dragon Con, raise your hand and make some noise. Now, for all of you who have been here before and have been to a Trek Track event before, how do you like our new banners? Ooh. Ooh. All right. Glad you're having a good time. Very glad that you're here. Welcome to Dragon Con. This is not my first Dragon Con by any means. My name is Eric Watts. I am your Dragon Con Director of Star Trek Programming, here for my 17th year. Thank you so much for coming. Downstairs in the
Talk to me for Christ's sake.
we have the 2009 edition of our famous.
That they're supposed to like finish up for me, but
Brian is such a troublemaker down there, causing trouble at the end. Let me recognize my hard-working staff. Without them, I couldn't do what I do up here. They A big Star Trek fan growing up in 1997, he began collecting props and costumes from the original series and acquired the original Enterprise blueprints when he interned on Star Trek The Next Generation. He went on to construct recreations of sets in an abandoned car dealership in Port Henry, New York, where he and fellow Star Trek fans gathered together to begin shooting new episodes. Trek actors George Takei and Walter Koenig acted in episodes, and original series writers D.C. Fontana and David Gerald took on roles behind the camera as well. His sets have also been used by Star Trek Enterprise in an episode called In a Mirror Darkly, and in the professional fan film Star Trek of Gods and Men, in which James plays Peter Kirk. He also had a small part in the 2009 J.J. Abrams motion picture, Star Trek. His day job is as an Elvis impersonator. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Mr. James Cawley.
Didn't we do that already?
Huh?
Didn't we do that already? I thought we were moving on to somebody else.
Hush. I am absolutely thrilled to introduce to you a very special guest right now. You already know who he is. His name is Mr. Gil Gerard. Best known for his starring role in Buck Rogers in the 25th Century, he's going back to these roots as he joins the cast of the upcoming internet series of the same name. His latest role was in another science fiction series, Star Trek Phase 2, where he guest starred as an admiral in the episode Katumba, filmed in June 2009. In addition to founding his own production company, Prudhomme Productions, he guest starred in dozens of television episodes and movies and was featured in the television series Sidekicks, Nightingales, and Earth Fourth. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Gil Gerard. On the other side of Mr. Cawley, we have Mr. Vic Mignogna. Did I pronounce that correctly? Mignogna? What he said?
Just Vic, how about that?
How about Vic? Vic has been acting for stage and screen since he was 8 years old, but he started his career in anime about 10 years ago as Vega in Street Fighter II. He's been in more than 100 shows and has also voiced roles in a large number of video games. He is a composer, singer, producer who has written and produced hundreds of songs for TV, radio, and CD. He sings the themes for shows like One Piece and DBGT and has produced several CDs of his own original music. In addition to anime and music, he has a degree in film and works regularly writing, producing, and directing video and film productions. He joined the Star Trek Phase 2 production team in 2008, taking on the role of an Andorian captain in enemy Starfleet. He returned to the production in 2009 as both director of Katumba and as the guest star, a thoroughly evil, ridged Klingon. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Vic Mignogna.
Vic will be telling you where you can find those bridges later.
Boy. Next down the line, we're glad to have with us this evening Mr. Patrick Bell. Patrick is a senior production assistant for Star Trek Phase 2. He assists with set building and upkeep and improvements to the studio. Beginning with Blood and Fire, he has been portraying the first Paramount Phase 2 character added to the production, Lieutenant Zahn, a young, full-blooded Vulcan scientist who is fascinated by human beings and their culture. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Patrick Bell. Boys, are we passing notes in class again down here?
We need the bell.
On the other, oh,
You're abusing
where's my bell? Here's my bell.
I'm sorry, that's incorrect.
On the other side of Patrick, we have Mr. Ben Alfie. Ben is a director and producer, and he has been seen on the big screen at the Fine Arts Theater in Burbank, California, the Madison Theater in Albany, New York, on television and the web. In 2006, he was brought onto the award-winning Star Trek Phase 2 web series and became a producer and second unit director for Blood and Fire Parts 1 and 2, Enemy Starfleet, and The Child. A character actor, he stars as the adorably incompetent alien starship captain Zerx in the sci-fi comedy web series Zerx Log. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Ben Alfie. Next down the line is my dear friend, Mr. Carlos Pedraza. Carlos is a former writer for Star Trek Phase 2. Before joining the Phase 2 crew as an associate producer in 2005, he was the staff writer for 13 episodes and one of the producers of Star Trek Hidden Frontier, the longest-running fan-produced science fiction series on the internet. David Gerald, writer of The Trouble with Tribbles, authorized Carlos to rewrite his unproduced script for Star Trek The Next Generation, Blood and Fire, for production.